corner is Shodiyorjon Melikuziev, the tournament #3 seed. Had a bye in the round of 32, and here in the round of 16 he beat Anvajan Kodjiev on a unanimous decision verdict. His opponent over in the other corner, just 19 years of age, and that is Subhan Mamedov of Azerbaijan. He too a unanimous point decision victor in the round of 16, beating Meron Shafiev of Israel with a 5-0 clean sweep, where he demonstrated good movement in the course of his win to progress him here through to the quarter-final stage.
Round 1.
So we're underway then, 48-kilogram minimum weight action at the quarter-final stage of the championships between boxers from Uzbekistan and Azerbaijan. The southpaw, wearing red, who has just scored with an arcing right hand over the top and then a beautiful right hook out of the port-sided stance, is Shodiyorjon Melikuziev. Tournament #3 seed. 27 boxers began the bracket here. He's the reigning Asian champion at middleweight, having prevailed to take top spot on the podium in the event in Chiang Mai, an event in Thailand. His opponent is Subhan Mamedov, just 19 years of age, and he comes to the ring as a continental champion as well, having claimed European under-23 gold earlier this year in Budapest. Fully committed, is the more compact boxer to his forward attacks. Melikuziev looking to make life uncomfortable for the teen sensation from Azerbaijan. Spinning off the line with the left hand, the check hook attempted by Mamedov, and now he's seeking to establish his range. Leaping right hook attempted, and you can see the tactics that are going to have to be implemented here. Melikuziev is going to have to close that gap in a bid to get himself into contention. But he possesses terrifically quick feet, but he's leaping in with these right hooks. When they land, they look spectacular, but in the event that he's made to miss and countered, well, there'll be no resistance. His feet will be off the ground, and he'll be running in to a shot where the impact will be doubled up because of his forward momentum. Leaping lead right hook attempted again. Left hand over the top is a scoring shot from Melikuziev. And surely this is where Melikuziev wants to get his hands free and get busy on the inside in the event that he finds himself wrapped up in a clinch. He perhaps more ideally suited in terms of stature to that type of up-close and personal work, but sharp shooting on the perimeter using his attributes, and with that spearing right cross. Here's Mamedov, wonderful use of the backhand against the on-rushing southpaw. In search of his get-back goes Melikuziev. Leaping right hook, that time did land, but spinning off the line to take something off the shot was Mamedov, and then he turned the tables on his man to pin him against the ropes and work away with straight punches. Everything coming on a steep downward trajectory because of the disparity in height that exists between the two. Hard to imagine that they're both occupying the same weight class. Terrific left hand over the top, but Mamedov looking to counter immediately. Well, the ring A bell sounding just a fraction before the bell here for ring B. There was a momentary pause by the boxers. Good round of boxing where this man was keen to get on the front foot, but was countered effectively by the straight shot of the taller figure wearing blue. Very good round of boxing. And the man in blue's counters such as that, catching him as he advances to increase the impact of the shot. Really good establishment of distance produced by Mamedov in that opening round. And he's taken it on a 4-1 split. Judge number 1 preferring the work of Melikuziev.
Seconds out. Round 2.
So we move into the second round, and the reigning Asian champion, Shodiyorjon Melikuziev has got to get up close, and he's doing exactly that, pinning his man totally square on the ropes and letting scything hooks go from both flanks. But the table's turned once again, bombing overhand left to try and get himself out of the corner from Melikuziev. But the straight right hand down the pipe is landing more quickly, and he's picking these pot shots very effectively. Here's Mamedov. He's taken the first round on a 4-1 split, looking to crowd him, and credit to Melikuziev because he is trying to get busy on the inside rather than accepting the clinch. He's got his man pinned on the ropes once again, and he's seeking to go to work to both body and head. Now that's a stern talking to from the referee. Beautiful left-right combination, straight in between the gloves. And he's persisting with these leaping hooks from out of range to try and get him within range. Is Melikuziev. It's a really risky approach, almost an all-or-nothing approach, but there he did get through with the southpaw right hook. But maintaining the gap effectively, turning in a good bolo shot underneath, is Mamedov. So can he come with more than a single phase of attack? Can he prevent himself from getting tied up? These aren't quite jab and grab tactics from Mamedov, but he's boxing very smartly. And when his motives breached, as it were, the surrounding defenses, that is the space, he inconveniences Melikuziev by wrapping him up and then getting back to space. And look at the price that Melikuziev is having to pay here. Every time he tries to get in close, he's being run on to straight punches. But credit to him, he's got himself on the inside and did seek to dig away downstairs in a bid to slow down the man in blue. He's been pushed back out to the perimeter once again. He's fed a stiff two-shot combination. Overhand left was short of the mark. The right hook which followed was right on the money. And now Mamedov showing machismo and inviting pressure while he's on the ropes. Is that a sign that his energy level is perhaps dipping? But he's trying to style it out because he's moved with efficiency and economy. But look at this. Melikuziev getting up close on a more frequent basis now, and it's a blatant hold in front of the referee from Melikuziev, despite the fact he's trying to show the ref that it's not him doing the holding. So Melikuziev getting closer. Good punch picking of the straight variety once again from Mamedov. He invited and absorbed an awful lot of pressure through a certain passage of the round, but now he's getting back to the long-range boxing, which has served him so well. Closing seconds of what has been a back-and-forth second round. Right hand was a cracking shot once again for Mamedov, and he seems to have rediscovered his range after being put under pressure up close in the middle passage of that second round. So a round that could be characterized as being split into 3/3. This man started the round very well, establishing his straight punches once again. But then Melikuziev was able to crowd him and get up close with shots such as that right hook. And he goaded his man, telling him to come on, bring it to me. He was accommodated in that regard, but then towards the end of the round, Mamedov rediscovered his range and got back to long distance and started to score effectively with straight punches once again. Intriguing round of boxing. I think it's been a terrific response from Melikuziev. Has it been enough? After he was edged in the he was beaten in the first round, 4-1. It's a much improved performance. How do the judges see it?
Seconds out.
And he's been edged on a 3-2 split. So he just needed to convince one more going into it. Because with
your third and final round,
6 minutes of boxing completed, the distribution of scores means that there is a possibility, because there's one score tied at 19 points apiece, three scores in favor of the man in blue, and only one in favor of the man in red. So it was crucial that he got the 3-2 split. Instead, it went against him 2-3, and so now he needs a massive final round to try and bring about parity on the scorecards. But remember, if it is 3-2, it will be subject to bout review, and then the scores of the observer and the evaluator will be considered. So he's still got to continue to believe here now. Wonderful left-right again from Mamedov. Now he's square on the ropes once more, but Melikuziev couldn't get his punches away. Headlock employed by Mamedov, just to inconvenience the more compact figure wearing red. Stealing a glance to his corner just to try and receive some extra instruction and perhaps inspiration. Looking to time him off the ropes with that spearing right cross is Mamedov. He didn't quite find the range. So keeping the movement going now, up on his toes, because he has the advantage, does Mamedov. Scored effectively with a left jab through the middle and long right bolo shot underneath. Running after his man now and landing with a short range left, followed by a leaping right, which straight into rabbit punch territory. Here's Melikuziev. And again, he's doing such a good job of maintaining the gap. Remember, the man in blue is only 19 years of age, but he's showing wonderful composure in the face of this on-rushing, aggressive Asian champion. And again, looking to burrow away to the body. Here's Melikuziev, and he really has picked up the pace. He simply will not give Mamedov any respite, but Mamedov, each man just stealing a glance to the referee. He's giving them a chance to work it out on the inside. Thinking his way back in, then taking his feet with him. Here's Melikuziev, desperately trying to prise open the guard to make room for his punches. But Mamedov is doing a good job here against a rugged individual, showing that he's not going to be out-muscled when they come together on the inside. And he's looking to continue to maintain that gap, but a leaping right hook from Melikuziev wasn't too far away. Melikuziev has given absolutely everything. Catches his man with a right hook with the two of them in the neutral corner. But I don't think it's going to be enough. And that flex in the direction of his opponent before that warm embrace of respect. I think the boxers know it's going to be Subhan Mamedov's night here, and he will be going through to the medal stages at just 19 years of age. What a contest. Well, this man gave absolutely everything. You have to credit Melikuziev, because when he was trailing going into the final round, he really did pick up the pace, but he was met with somebody who could match it and maintain the gap with his effective straight punching. Here's the verdict. I think the man in blue is through to the final four.
Ladies and gentlemen, on ring B, your winner by split decision. In the blue corner, representing Azerbaijan, Subhan Mamedov.
Well, elite sport in general, and boxing in particular, can bring about these contrasting emotions. One man absolutely elated, the other crestfallen. And it is Subhan Mamedov, the 19-year-old from Azerbaijan, who has prevailed on a 4-1 split to go through to the final four. Very good display indeed. Effectively dealing with the aggression, carrying out his coach's tactics to a T, and we'll see him again in the semi-final stage. He's now one win away from a place in the gold medal bout, and there was the moment of confirmation.